Hi, everyone. My name is Tonya Bates.
And I am Sam Furr-Rogers, and we are both from the Department of Biological Sciences.
And today we're going to tell you a little bit about the impact of skills-based learning objectives on student engagement in an online course. So first, we just want to give you a little bit of background about the course that we teach. The course is Principles of Biology 1, and this course has a really diverse student population. We have majors and non-majors, so biology majors and non-majors. Non-majors take this course as a general education requirement, and it may be the only science course that they take. Biology majors take this course as a prerequisite. In this course, it's large enrollment. It can be between 150 to 200 students, and it's traditionally taught face-to-face. But of course, we transitioned this course online, and so we want to tell you a little bit about that today. So we had lots of learning objectives for this course that we had developed, and we really were focused on biology content. But in this course, we know that students need other things besides biology content because, as I mentioned, it may be the only science course they take. So Sam and I both took the Introduction to Learning Objectives course offered by Center for Teaching and Learning, and we felt really confident writing content-based learning objectives. But then we saw this grant opportunity that came from the Office of Assessment and Accreditation, and we decided to apply. And with this grant, we wanted to review our learning objectives and ensure that they were all measurable. And we also wanted to write new learning objectives to be skills-based. So this is where we relied heavily on the Office of Assessment and Accreditation. We partnered with them to write the new skills-based learning objectives. And then they also helped us with the alignment of activities and assessments. They provided us with lots of useful feedback and tools that we used as we moved through this process.
So here are the skills-based learning objectives that we came up with in conjunction with the Office of Assessment and Accreditation. Again, like Tonya mentioned, we wanted to make sure that our learning objectives were measurable, that they were relevant, that they were appropriate for the level of the course, and that they were things that our students really needed to learn. So like Tonya mentioned, this is a course that's for non-majors and majors. And so we really wanted the chance for them to make sure that they're taking away from Biology 1110 lessons that will serve them well throughout the rest of their university career. So as you can see the examples here, recalling fundamental concepts, applying the scientific process, critiquing sources and interpreting scientific data. These are just some examples of skills that everyone needs to know. And so what we did after we created our skills-based learning objectives was that we mapped out our entire course. We used a course design matrix and we aligned all of our assessments, that's what we call our exams in this course, and all of our activities with these learning objectives. And that way we're really able to evaluate the level of mastery that our students are gaining from this course. And so what we want to do now is show you an example of an activity that we created that allows our students to practice these skills and also allows them to increase their engagement in our course. And so what we've got here are just some examples up in the top corner. So you can see there's 3 little computer screens there. So we had them look at scientific data for things like health disparities. We have them calculate carbon footprints. We have them critique sources and increase their scientific literacy. But really, the creation of all of these skills-based objectives created opportunities for our students to engage with each other. So we had them work in groups of 3 to 4 every week to complete these activities. And so instead of sitting in front of a computer or reading a textbook and memorizing facts, they're working with each other to do these things, to analyze the data, to calculate things like carbon footprints. And so if you look at these activities, the one we have here is an example of cancer health disparities. You can see some of the skills-based learning objectives that they are practicing here. So they're looking at data, they're able to analyze that scientific data, they're working with their groups. But these activities, again, just really gave our students opportunities to engage with each other, with the course material, gain these real-world applications of biology content, and collaborate with each other. And so what we saw as we went through the semester were some emerging themes, and these are based on data that we have been collecting and also from student feedback feedback, but the things that we have seen is that our students are creating these connections with their classmates and with us as the instructors, and it's really increasing their sense of belonging to the community as a whole. Not only that, but they are having increased confidence navigating scientific websites, interpreting scientific data, and being able to critically evaluate scientific sources of information. And so overall, which is really what both Tonya and I want our students to take away from this course, is that they're really gaining an appreciation for how relevant biology is in their everyday lives. And so for more information about how you can partner with the wonderful folks from the Office of Assessment and Accreditation or from the Center for Teaching and Learning, we've included some links here for you. And then we've also got our email addresses. If you have questions for us, please feel free to contact us.
Thank you so much.